There's a quiet kind of pain that many people live with every single day, and most of the world never sees it. It's that burning sensation in your feet when you try to fall asleep. That tingling, almost electric feeling running up your legs when you stand too long. Or the numbness that slowly takes away your confidence in your own balance. If you've ever felt like your feet don't quite belong to you anymore, like they've become distant, weak, or unreliable, then you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not without options. What if I told you that relief doesn't always come from another pill, another expensive treatment, or another doctor's visit? What if something as simple as sitting in a chair for just 15 minutes a day could begin to wake your nerves back up? I know it sounds almost too simple, but stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this works and how to do it safely. This isn't about quick tricks or miracle cures. This is about understanding your body, gently supporting it, and giving your nerves the one thing they've been silently asking for: better blood flow, more oxygen, and consistent movement. These are the foundations your body needs to start healing and functioning the way it was designed to. Neuropathy doesn't just appear overnight. It builds slowly, often quietly, over months or even years. Maybe it started with a little tingling, something easy to ignore. Then came the numbness, the discomfort, and before long even simple walking began to feel different. This gradual change can feel frustrating, but it also means there is still something you can influence. Here's what most people are never told. Your nerves are not completely helpless. Yes, they are affected, and yes, they are sensitive, but they are also responsive. When you stimulate them the right way, gently and consistently, they can begin to function better again. That's the key most people miss. In this video, I'm going to guide you through a very specific 15-minute chair exercise routine designed especially for people dealing with neuropathy in the feet and legs. It's simple, low impact, and you can do it at home without any special equipment. But more importantly, every movement in this routine has a purpose. We're not just moving for the sake of movement. We are improving circulation, activating the muscles that support your nerves, and helping your brain reconnect with your lower body. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll also share a few small adjustments that can make a surprisingly big difference in how quickly you start to feel results. Before we continue, take a moment and ask yourself honestly, how long have you been ignoring these symptoms? How long have you been hoping they would just go away on their own? This isn't about blame, it's about awareness, because awareness is where change begins. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change how you feel in your body every single day, starting with something as simple as a chair. Now let's go a little deeper, because understanding what's happening inside your body will make everything you're about to do far more powerful and meaningful. Neuropathy, especially in the feet and legs, often comes down to one core issue. The nerves are not receiving what they need to function properly. Think of your nerves like tiny communication wires. They carry signals from your brain down to your feet and back again. But when those wires are irritated, compressed, or deprived of oxygen and nutrients, the signals become weak, confused, or even painful. One of the biggest reasons this happens is reduced circulation. As we age, or if we spend long hours sitting or inactive, blood flow to the lower body naturally slows down. And when blood flow slows, oxygen delivery drops. Without enough oxygen, nerves struggle. They begin to misfire, sending those burning, tingling, or numb sensations that can feel so frustrating and unpredictable. But here's something many people don't realize. Movement is one of the most powerful ways to restore that circulation. Not intense workouts, not exhausting routines, just consistent, gentle movement that encourage blood to flow again. And this is exactly where the 15-minute chair exercise becomes so effective. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a garden hose that hasn't been used in a while. The water inside becomes stagnant, pressure drops, and nothing flows smoothly. But the moment you turn the tap on and allow steady movement, everything begins to clear. Your blood flow works in a very similar way. Now, there's also another factor involved here. Muscle activation. The muscles in your legs act like natural pumps. Every time they contract, they help push blood back toward your heart. But when those muscles are weak or inactive, that pumping action slows down. As a result, circulation becomes sluggish, and the nerves suffer even more. This is why simply sitting still for long periods can make neuropathy feel worse. It's not just about resting, it's about what your body is missing during that rest. Without movement, there's no stimulation, no circulation boost, and no signal telling your nerves to stay active and engaged. There are also a few common myths that can actually hold people back. One of the biggest is the belief that if movement causes discomfort, it should be avoided completely. Now, of course, sharp or severe pain should never be ignored, but gentle, controlled movement is often exactly what your body needs. Avoiding movement altogether can actually make the problem worse over time. Another myth is that only medication can manage neuropathy symptoms. While medication can play a role for some people, it doesn't address the root issue of circulation and nerve stimulation. That's why so many people feel temporary relief but never long-term improvement. The body needs active support, not just passive treatment. I've seen many individuals, especially seniors, who believed they were too far gone for exercises to make a difference. But once they started simple chair-based movements, something interesting happened. Within days or weeks, they began to notice small changes. A little less tingling, a bit more warmth in their feet, slightly better balance. These small wins build momentum. And that's the key. This is not about overnight transformation. It's about gradual improvement that adds up over time. Your body responds to consistency far more than intensity. Even 15 minutes a day, done correctly, can start to shift how your nerves behave. So as we move into the practical part in the next section, I want you to keep this in mind. You are not trying to force your body to heal. You are simply creating the right conditions for it to function better. Gentle movement, steady breathing, and patience. These are your tools. Because once you understand that your body is still capable of responding, everything changes. You stop feeling stuck, and you start feeling in control again. Now let's turn this understanding into something practical. Something you can actually do starting today, right from your chair. This 15-minute routine is designed to be gentle, safe, and effective, especially if your feet feel sensitive, numb, or unstable. You don't need any special equipment, just a sturdy chair and a few minutes of focused attention on your body. Start by sitting upright with your feet flat on the floor. Let your hands rest comfortably on your thighs and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. This may seem simple, but it matters. Deep breathing helps relax your nervous system and prepares your body for better circulation. Stay here for about a minute, just breathing slowly and becoming aware of your feet. Now begin with a very gentle movement. Slowly lift your toes upward while keeping your heels on the ground. Hold for a second, then lower them back down. After that, reverse it. Lift your heels while keeping your toes on the floor. This small rocking motion starts to activate the muscles in your lower legs, encouraging blood to move again. Continue this for about 2 minutes, moving slowly and with control. Next, extend one leg out in front of you, keeping it as straight as is comfortable. Point your toes away from you, then slowly pull them back toward you. You may feel a stretch along the back of your leg, and that's a good sign. This movement helps stimulate both muscles and nerves at the same time. Do this about 10 times on one leg, then switch to the other. Now we add a gentle ankle rotation. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and begin to rotate your ankle in a slow circle. Not too fast, not forced, just smooth, controlled movement. After about 10 rotations in one direction, switch directions. This improves joint mobility and encourages better blood flow into the smaller vessels around your feet. Then repeat with the other foot. At this point, you might already feel a slight warmth or tingling, and that's exactly what we want. It's a sign that circulation is improving and your nerves are being stimulated. Now place both feet back on the floor and gently press your toes downward, almost like you're gripping the floor. Hold for a moment, then release. This strengthens the small muscles in your feet that often get neglected. For the next step, gently march in place while sitting. Lift one knee slightly, then the other, in a slow, steady rhythm. Keep your posture upright and your breathing relaxed. This movement engages larger muscle groups in your legs, helping to pump blood more effectively through your lower body. Continue for about 2 to 3 minutes at a comfortable pace. Now let's bring in a calming finish. Place your hands lightly on your thighs again, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and take a few slow breaths. As you breathe, try to notice any changes in your feet. Maybe a bit more sensation, a little warmth, or even a subtle reduction in discomfort. These small signals matter more than you think. Along with this routine, there are a few daily habits that can make a real difference. Staying hydrated helps keep your blood flowing smoothly. Gentle walking, even for short periods, can support what you're doing here. And paying attention to your footwear, making sure your shoes are comfortable and not too tight, can prevent unnecessary pressure on your nerves. At the same time, there are a few common mistakes to avoid. Sitting for long, uninterrupted periods without movement can slow your progress. Rushing through these exercises too quickly can reduce their effectiveness. And perhaps most importantly, expecting instant results can lead to frustration. Remember, your body responds to consistency, not speed. You don't need perfection here. You just need to show up for these 15 minutes each day and move with intention. Over time, these small efforts begin to build something powerful. Better circulation, stronger muscles, and more responsive nerves. And in the final part, I'm going to share something even more important. How to stay motivated, what kind of changes you can realistically expect, and how to turn this simple routine into a long-term habit that supports your independence and confidence. Now here's the part that matters most. Not just what you do for 15 minutes, but what those 15 minutes can begin to change in your life. Because this isn't really about exercises. It's about something deeper. It's about waking up in the morning and feeling just a little more stable when your feet touch the ground. It's about walking across the room without that constant fear of losing balance. It's about regaining a sense of control that neuropathy slowly tries to take away. And I want to be honest with you, progress may feel slow at first. You might not notice dramatic changes in the first few days, but then something small happens. Maybe your feet feel a little warmer than usual. Maybe the tingling isn't as intense at night. Maybe you stand up and realize it feels slightly easier than it did before. These small changes are not random. They are signs that your body is responding, your circulation is improving, your muscles are becoming more active, your nerves are starting to communicate a little more clearly again. And when you stay consistent, these small improvements begin to stack up. Week by week, your body adapts. It learns. It strengthens. And slowly, the symptoms that once felt constant begin to lose their grip on you. I've seen this happen many times. People who felt stuck, who believed nothing would help, who thought their condition would only get worse. But when they committed to simple, daily movement like this, something shifted, not overnight, but steadily. And that steady change is what creates real, lasting relief. So if you're sitting there right now wondering, will this really work for me? Here's my answer. It can. If you give your body the time and consistency it needs, not perfection, not intensity, just gentle daily effort. Make this 15-minute routine a part of your day. Attach it to something simple, maybe after breakfast or before you sit down to watch television in the evening. Let it become a habit, not a chore. Because the more natural it feels, the more likely you are to continue, and that's where the real results live. And remember this, your body is not against you. It hasn't given up, it's simply waiting for the right kind of support. When you move with care, when you stay consistent, and when you listen to what your body needs, you begin to rebuild that connection again. You deserve to feel steady on your feet. You deserve to move without fear. And you deserve to experience your daily life with comfort, not constant discomfort. If this helped you understand your body a little better, take a moment to support the channel. A simple like can help this reach someone else who might be struggling silently. If you want more guidance like this, consider subscribing so you don't miss future videos designed to support your health in a safe and natural way. And if you're willing, share your experience in the comments. Even a small improvement could inspire someone else to take their first step. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you.